Hello everybody, BitDota TV here, bringing you guys some replay commentary of a ranked Antimage game I played. This was from this Monday, I think, so about 5 days ago. So let's just get right into it. Antimage as a hero is very, I don't want to say weak in the early game, but needs a very heavy support to, I guess, kind of be in lane with him. This is important because he needs someone to zone for him so that he can get last hits. And also he has a good amount of steady damage. So I laned this game bottom with the Ogre Magi. So let's take a look at my items first. So I got 3 branches, a set of tangos, a circlet, and a ring of protection. These are somewhat standard items when playing a safe lane carry, because you can turn the ring of protection into a Basilius, you can turn 2 of the iron branches in a circlet, and you can do that all at the side shop, giving you good survivability in lane, and just making it easier to last and farm. Also, the extra iron branch you can use for extra regen if you need it. Another thing that's really important besides having a good support as an Antimage is to be very aware of your gold and how far away you are from certain items. So if you're 30 gold away from getting your Quelling Blade, face towards the side shop. So when you get that last hit, you can just buy it immediately. So game starts out. I missed the last hit because Ogre Magi took the aggro, but I get this one. So here, let me go to free camera. The Nyx is right here, and okay, so basically what happened was Nyx Assassin was right here, I was over here, and Ogre was pressuring him right next to him. So if the Nyx were smart, he would have seen that there were no other heroes anywhere else in the map. Oh, what happened? So like if we look top, free camera is not working. So nobody's top. Rubik is not top. So if the Nyx Assassin were smart, or if he paid attention, he would have figured out that Rubik was gone. And I don't think if he knew that, he would have stayed as long to trade hits with the Ogre Magi. So that leads to me getting the last hit on the Nyx, which is really good. An ideal situation for any game is either your safe lane carry or your mid gets first blood, like, because that will put you so far ahead, like just your team, because first blood gives, like, I just got 300 gold from that, and that doesn't, like, the gold definitely helps, but that's not the only reason. A big reason is because it basically tells the Nyx that, hey, you come back in this lane and you harass and you'll die. Right, so it was more of a power play than it was anything. So now I have all my set items. We were doing really well in this lane. So after I got my Perseverance, Stick, and Quelling Blade, I thought that it would be appropriate to just go straight for Perseverance because I didn't really need the boots because I wasn't getting chased. So it's really important to just continue farming. Ogre Magi was doing a decent job of keeping away the Nyx, but he did kind of mess up the creeps, but it wasn't that big of a deal. Axe got a kill top. That was pretty nice. My last hits are actually really bad. I should have like at least 16 by now. But Ogre Magi did a pretty good job supporting, but the creeps were not in that great a position, and I missed both those last hits, so I was pretty pissed. There was no reason for me to miss those 2. It could have been argued for me to get boots instead of just going straight Perseverance, but I thought it was fine. Like, see, like here, like the Nyx, what level is he? 2 or 3? Yeah, he's level 2 right now. So I have an experience advantage against him, and I have a very high gold advantage against him. So he doesn't do much against me. And I could just walk up and hit him, and he just loses so much HP and mana because of my mana burn. Next game, this was a little bit of a misplay on my part, so watch. I body block him and I wait for the ogre, but he didn't really have any mana for anything, which I didn't notice. It would have been a kill if he did, but I just decided to get back. I could have maybe blinked forward, and I maybe would have gotten him, but that would have been too risky because the TP from any of their heroes, I would have died. Again, really behind on last hits. I should have a lot more, especially. I mean, like, this amount of last hits would be okay if the lane was, like, 10 times as contested, but it wasn't contested at all, so. Pick up my Ring of Health. It's pretty good because that means when I run out of tangos, I'm not completely out of regen. That just means that I'm out of tangos. So I try to be sparing with my tangos, only when I need the 15 regen, because Ring of Health gives me 6. This gives me, I think, like 7 per second. So it's about 13. So unless I absolutely need the 13, like I'm running away from the Nyx or something, I'll just keep it and let the 7 do its job. Because there isn't really a threat of me dying in this lane. At least not really. But I need an extra slot, so I just use my Iron Branch. As soon as I saw the lift, I went up to fight him, but they kind of both got stunned, so that wasn't good. And I don't think Rubik did a very good job blocking there, but I definitely could have. Okay, so look. This area right here, one hero can fit past there. So literally all the Rubik had to do was just stand right where this range creep is, and Nyx would have had to walk there, but by that point we would have already killed him. So. The good news was, though, he was completely out of mana, so. All the creeps were, like, fucked up again. Sorry, one moment. Okay, sorry about that. So now I'm doing a little bit better on last hits, so I'm not missing as many as it was before. But I still should have a lot higher. Like, if you look at some professional Antimages, Miracle is probably one of the best Antimages, but Arteezy plays a good Antimage. They normally have like 50 last hits by now, at least. So I'm close to 6, and the thing with my level 6 is basically once I get it, I can basically just jump on the Nyx with the follow-up of Ogre, and he'll die. Because Nyx is so dependent on having mana to do basically anything in terms of damage. So I focus on denying a little bit more than last hitting because I want to maintain the creep equilibrium. That way the lane doesn't come too close to my tower or too close to theirs. Yeah, like, see, Nyx doesn't even come close to doing enough damage for me. I did opt to go for boots instead of just finishing the Perseverance, but I got it. It was timely. Not amazing timing, but decent. It was fine, I think. Like, see, like, just like that, you just walk up to him, and if he's slowed enough, especially Ogre has an Orb of Venom, I believe. Yeah, he does. So Ogre hits him once, I hit him a couple times, and he dies. Okay, so here's another mistake that I found. So basically what I was doing was I was pulling from here to here, right? So I was going in this path. Oh, hold on, let me turn on my cursor. I just realized that my cursor was off this entire time. Oh, I can't do it. So I'll just use my camera. So from this camp, I was pulling it to this opening, right where the range creep is. I was pulling it through this opening right here. But Ogre came along and he pulled it to the place that he did pull it. So that means that it didn't work because it was too close to their creeps. So I'm just kind of gonna pull this lane into the creeps. That'll help clear it out a lot. I don't know why Ogre pulled, or why their creeps are here. Honestly, I was just really confused about this. So as soon as our creeps die, I basically just back off because I can't kill it. So I have my treads now. This will kind of let me go through the jungle, but not 100%. I had no idea why I blinked there. Probably just a misclick. So I basically had no choice but to tank this lane. Otherwise, the creeps would have gotten under the range of my tower, and then it would have pushed up too far towards theirs. And with the Nyx being level 6 now, I felt uncomfortable doing that. So I'd rather just take some of the damage and then heal it back than risk dying. So I attempt to clear this out, but I get pretty low, so I courier in a healing salve. This puts me closer towards my Battle Fury. Battle Fury is important, but it could have been argued that I should have gotten Vanguard first. I don't completely disagree with that. Looking back now, probably would have been better because of all the stacks that we had. Nyx was right on me. I didn't notice that, but I clean up Kunkka and I back out because there's just too much. Like, I would have just died immediately. They could have chased me, but okay. So Tinker is going to a weird build. So he has Boots of Travel. And that's it. No soul ring, even though it clearly has enough money for it. You'll see what I mean. It was very confusing. I was surprised I didn't get the kill on him right there, but I just get a couple extra hits on him right here, and he goes down. 4 kills for me, and about 75 last hits, 12 minutes. Not great, like I said before, but it would suffice, especially with me getting 4 kills. Axe had an invis rune. Hold on, so if we look, he was invisible for about... Hold on, I want to see how long the invis timer was going on. So what he could have done was, he could have waited for me to get vision of one of their heroes, and then he could have blinked on them instead of just staying in the trees. I just want to look at his player perspective here, because I remember that I died here. I don't know why he waited so long to jump in. He could have just walked up and called, and I wouldn't have lost the duel, and he wouldn't have died. So that was just really frustrating. And then, don't even get me started about this Rubik. So first of all, so watch what he does here. He does this, and he goes down. Don't ask me why he goes down, because I have no freaking clue. It was just really stupid. I did not understand it. So I figure bottom's gonna die, I'll just go top to defend. Or to farm. That's something really important that I feel like a lot of carry players don't really pay attention to. Just because you're playing carry doesn't mean that you're in the safe lane. So basically, like bottom, I could not farm bottom. So I was like, screw it, I'm going top because my job as a carry is to find farm no matter where I am. Alright, so I think Tinker's weird ass build, no, not yet. Almost. I'm just figuring out how to use this new recording thing that I'm using. So I'll try the horizontal. I guess I'll put it on the right. Alright, so my camera should be in the right bottom right now. But I don't want it there, so I'll put it top right. So if I do vertical, horizontal will be right, and then vertical top. So I should be in the top right if this worked. So look at this Tinker's build. He has Boots of Travel and a Dagon. I did not like this build, so I will just skip to when it unpauses. It took this one was a while. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's perfect. So I have enough money for my Battle Fury now, which is good. Battle Fury is a good item on this hero. Okay, so now I can farm efficiently. I remembered that I had the Basilius, so I turned it into a Vlad's, because I feel like that would help me sustain in the jungle, considering how late I got my Battle Fury. Like, I'm taking a lot of damage, and if I had Vlad's, just some lifesteal would be really nice. One thing that I'm looking back at now that I could have done a lot better is I could have been a lot more efficient with my blinks. They definitely could have been better. Alright, so something just happened in my recording and it turned off real quick. So, I'm back. I died here. I saw that one of the camps didn't spawn, and I assumed that maybe they had warded it, but it was because Nyx was there. So he just kind of jumps me, and I died. So let's go ahead to when I'm back alive. Not really much happens, except my team not doing too great. So I just go and put some sentries, because if my jungle isn't safe, then we basically just lose the game, because I can't farm. So I place down the sentry and I ask for an observer there. Because if I can see the invis hero, it's not going to be too useful if I can't see just like vision there in general. Let me just check something really quick. Okay. Sorry. Nyx's Dagon is getting upgraded. He's at level 3 now. So I definitely feel more comfortable farming this now that I have vision of any invis hero. Don't ask me why, because I have no idea, but we have 0 towers and my team is here. I was pretty pissed. I'm the only one alive. Tinker was just flaming everybody. I muted him. Like, the thing about me is, I don't care if people play poorly. Because I play poorly too sometimes. And it sucks when people get mad at you for it. So I just don't do it to other people. Because it's stupid and it doesn't help. Like, flaming does not make them play better. Don't get. I wish it did. Believe me, I wish it did. But it doesn't. I would be 6k if flaming makes someone play better. So I have vision of him there. Hold on. This was fucking retarded. So, I saw him, and Axe is right there. He didn't call. I don't know why he didn't call. He wouldn't have taken any bonus damage at all. And we would have killed him. Like, it's just so overwhelmingly stupid. Like, he kind of just killed himself right there, but that's besides the point. This fight basically went really horribly. I screwed up my tread switching. We just did a lot of stuff wrong. Like, I don't know if there's any other way to put it. We just did stuff wrong. So I just continue farming. It's really important as an anti-mage that no matter how bad your game is going, you need to focus on farming. Because that's how you win games. Is you farm and you get an advantage in creep kills, or creep score, which is what CS actually stands for. You get an advantage in that instead of an advantage of towers. And then eventually later on in the game, you just get a couple good fights and the game's over. Like, that's all you really need. So I farm out this wave, push the tower a little bit, but I get back because I saw Huskar TP. So I back and I TP mid because I saw on the mini map that a lot of heroes were rotating there. I don't know why they're fighting bottom. Like, you might say that, like, oh, you're not helping with fight with your team, but like I repeatedly told my team to get back, and nobody listens to me. And then they die, and they're like, oh, where's our Antimage? Why wasn't he there? If he was there, we would have lived. I was really freaking paranoid about getting dueled because I probably would have died. I didn't know that it was on cooldown, because if I did, I would have kept fighting him. Ogre gets jumped. Didn't surprise me at all. But we can it's safe for us to turn on him, so. Well, it wasn't safe for us to turn him, so I just die. Ogre dies from fire too. And Rubik's not a good player. Hold on one sec. It's cold in my house. The heat is just getting turned on. So it's a little bit chilly. So let me skip to when I'm alive. I did not mean to TP there. I meant to TP to the tier 3s. But if I had TP'd, it would have been a death sentence. So I canceled it. I don't know what my Ogre Magi is doing. Like, I kind of get it, but it's just stupid. Like, he had no reason to be up there. He should have been back. I'm safe because Legion's duel was down and I blink. But Ogre Magi has nothing for escape. I have my Yasha now. Really late timing again. Like, all my items are really, really late. But, the game is somewhat progressing in our favor. I don't know why he didn't just torrent me. I would have died. I mean, not torrent, sorry. If he X'd me, that would have been it for me. That would have been the end of Balance Frog. So I just farm around the map because they're all focused. It's kind of a stalemate bottom where they can't push and we can't kill them. So it's kind of like a two-way thing. So I'm free to farm the rest of the map because if they retreat, we can just chase them. One upside to Tinker's build, and I think the only good thing about it, is that he can burst the Nyx really quickly. But what's wrong with it is he then has to TP back to base. So bursts one person, has no mana for anything else because he doesn't have a soul ring or anything else for mana, no Aether Lens, no Ags. So yeah, it was really important that this Ogre Magi kept his Bloodlust on me, because like for Antimage it's just so good. Movement speed is amazing on Antimage, farming is amazing on Antimage, attack speed with his Q, just all good things. His axe could have blinked on him and killed him and he would have died, but he saw Tinker TP, so he retreated. I was pretty pissed about this. I pinged the Huskar, but in all fairness, I'm not sure what I was expecting anyway, so I waited for some sort of initiation, and Rubik falls apart, or not Rubik, sorry, Huskar falls apart. So we get 2 kills here. That's good. Good for us. This is kind of where we kind of start to turn the game around. We're doing a lot better now, getting pick-offs like we should. And I'm getting gold, which is all that's important. Rubik stole what's it called? Overwhelming odds. Or not overwhelming odds. What's it called? What's the spell called? I never really knew. Oh, let me go with Legion. Legion's W. Yeah, press the attack, so he was able to heal himself up, and he didn't die there. And I didn't have to use my ult, but I really did need the kill to put me that much closer towards my Manta. So nothing really happens now, not a lot of action, just a lot of farming and map control. I did die, but it wasn't a big death. It wasn't like a team fight or anything. I just got picked off because I wasn't paying attention. I don't know why Rubik was that far out, even if he was warding. But that's besides the point. I get Nyx with the ult, and then I back off. Tinker got dueled. I don't think Legion won the duel, but Tinker did die. Like, honestly, like, my team was so inefficient and frustrating, and this Ogre's build is so greedy. He got Bloodstone, and he put Bloodlust on autocast. Like, that's so greedy, especially if you're playing a support. But there's nothing I can do. So we can't defend with only me and Ogre, so I go top and maybe force a TP back. And if I don't force a TP back, at least the lane gets pushed. And I get some farm out of it too. So I'm working towards my Abyssal, so I don't die as quickly to the Legion or Huskar. And I can also turn it into Abyssal with my... Sorry, I meant Vanguard. And I can turn it into an Abyssal. I saw Kunga coming, and Nyx was on me. You could have definitely... Yeah, there it was. But, honestly, his spells just don't do any damage with level 4 spell shield. So, I just TP back to base. Axe just got picked off. It's really strange because he's like such a tanky hero, and you wouldn't expect him to be the kind of hero to get picked off. If I'd ulted like a second earlier, oh, hold on, let me pause this. Sorry, I got a phone call. Friend was asking about some work he missed during school. I think Rubik stole a really good spell. He stole Nyx's, or not Nyx's. Phoenix's Sunray, which is a really good spell to have because it gives Rubik, like Rubik's a decent support because he has disable, but it gives him what he lacks, which is stuns and not stuns, like pure damage or something, and heals. So it's good. Pardon my eating while recording, but I didn't have time to have a snack after school, and I'm pretty hungry. So now I just farm. I'm at a point where I got my Vanguard, and I have Manta and Vlad, so I'm pretty tanky as a hero. So it's going to take a lot more to kill me. And especially now, Legion did just get an AC, so my survivability is a little bit decreased because I lost armor. But I should be okay. I should be able to just kill the Legion, especially if she duels someone else. I can just focus her if her blade mail isn't on. But now I'm close to my Abyssal, so. So Tinker, level 3 Dagon. What a build. 35 minutes. Maybe if he had a soul ring and a blink dagger, he'd be able to. He should be farming bottom right now. He should be farming top right now. It's just shitty build. Like, there's nothing else you can say about it. I die here because Huskar's a balanced hero. I don't fucking know why Axe booked in there. Don't ask me. There's so many questionable plays by my teammates. That just frustrated me. And then Tinker just kind of blames on her supports for not having any wards. I'm alive now. And this is where the throwing started. Don't know why Axe didn't call. Don't ask me, I'm not the right person. Here's where they throw. Our Scar died to tier 4s. Wait, now watch this. Ready? I'm gonna do my lax analysis. Just get ready my chair. Ready? Let's go. So this fucking Nyx just kind of walked up to me with no men at all, and I ulted him and he died. Huskar died tier 4s, it just fucking retarded. And I kind of blinked towards him so he can chase. I got 0 bashes, so we didn't get the kill. It was fucking just RNG like this entire game. So that was exciting. Legion walks up with like 5 HP. Tinker uses 2 spells and he dies. And I got my Abyssal now. And I work towards an AC to counteract Legion's AC and that's so. So, how do you guys like it? That was my wax cast. I like that. Wax casting is fun. So I just kind of charged down the mid lane. In terms of killing me, if I have Ogre behind me, none of their heroes really scare me in terms of, besides Legion, because dual Blade Mail will fuck me up really hard. So I opt to push this tower, but as soon as I see a TP, I blink out. And I farm their jungle a little bit. I don't really farm their jungle for the gold, although it's nice. I mostly farm it to like show them like, this is my jungle now. You messed up real bad. And now I'm taking over your space. It's important to do that as any carry, you know? Assert your dominance as your team. I do this a lot when I play Meepo, you know? We win a big fight, I farm their jungle instead of ours. That way, it's like, you know, you messed up and you pay for it. Kunkka pauses for Phoenix, but Phoenix already abandoned, so get some post. Let me just go to the end of this, because this goes on for a little bit. Yeah, there we go. I create illusions to split push, and I farm jungle. It's really good for Antimage to do this, because especially if you know that you're not going to fight anytime soon, use your mana to just push out a lane, because it'll give you gold, and it'll keep your creeps on their side of the river. AC, not only did it give me the armor for me and my team to counteract Legion, but it also gives me decent attack speed, which is nice. So I get the Hyperstone first. I think, if I'm correct, when Ogre Magi uses that on me, I get like 5 to 2 MS if it's max level. Alright, what is it now? Oh, it is max. Oh. When I have boots of, oh sorry, I was thinking about later in the game. When I get boots of travel later, I have 5 to 2 MS. For those of you who don't know, MS is movement speed. Just thought that's important. Nyx played really risky this game, and I'm realizing now how much we could have punished him for it. There were so many times where, like, we had a single sentry ward, he's dead. which doesn't seem like that much, but I could have blinked on him and abyssal him. Now looking back, I should have, because I saw that Huskar was bottom. But I figure I'd better off be safe than risk dying for a kill on the Nyx assassin. I kind of knew they had a high ground ward, but if I go into free camera, like if you see in the minimap, they have one right here. I kind of knew they had one, but I wasn't sure enough to call it out. Rubik's got a blink dagger now, which is good. It'll help him position himself when he's stealing a spell. He could have chased. All right, time for lax cast. Rubik thinks he's invincible because he's invisible. Not the case. Happens to a lot of invis heroes, I noticed. Get Nyx and Aegis for nothing, back off. I'm from the creep wave. Probably shouldn't have. But such is life. I Manta because I was really scared of getting dueled. But Legion basically kills herself. So. I could have chased Kunkka, but didn't feel like it. So now we're pushing up the mid lane. Legion dead 60 seconds. I'm working on my boots of travel because I already bought my AC. So I'm the courier on this way. Legion bought back, so I just backed immediately. Again, that blade mail is really scary for me. I'm always surprised when I see Legions that don't buy it. Like, you're literally forcing someone to attack you. There's no reason to not buy it. It's like Axe. Technically it's the same effect. Sorry, Lax cast is over. So now with the new stun bars on top of the hero, if Axe calls you, it's considered a taunt and you're taunted. Same with Legion's ultimate. So if Legion duels you, you're considered taunted. So it's the same thing. So you'd get it blade mail on Legion for the same reason you get blade mail on Axe. So now I have enough money for boots of travel if I sell my regular boots. Do I? I can't see. I do. No I don't. I'm 200 away if I sell my regular boots. So, like, if we had a gem right now, Nyx would have like 10, like 5, at least 5 more deaths than he actually has. That was a decent initiation by Axe. And it just leads to a wasted boat from the Rubik. Nyx once again gets herself blown up. This is ranked, by the way. I haven't played pubs recently. So we get 2 kills. Phoenix ult, so we just back off. There's no reason to stay. I don't know what the hell this Ogre Magi was doing. He was just kind of not very smart. I don't know how else to say it. I could have definitely played that better. I could have focused more on the Phoenix instead of the Legion, and he could have died if I got a bash. I sell my treads and I fly out my travels. Travels are really important, not only for the movement speed to chase and run away, but just having a TP is really important. So I am going to build Butterfly next item because the evasion is really important. And I don't really need my Vlads if I have the evasion, so I have travels now. And now I'm at like 556 movement speed constantly. Oh, that's good. I send my legions to push this, and I farm jungle. I've definitely caught up on last hits. I was doing really poorly early on. Like 100 last hits in like 15 minutes, which is bad. I don't want to say bad, but it's bad for an Antimage. So, your goal as an Antimage is to have, or most carries actually, is to have at least 10 last hits per minute. So like if the game is and now I'm not saying that you should get 10 last hits per minute, but if you do the division, it should equal 10. So like you're playing Antimage, you're playing Sven. If the game is 30 minutes long, well, sorry, you should have 100 last hits per 10 minutes. Sorry, I said that wrong. So that means that if the game is 30 minutes long, you should have 300 last hits. If it's 20 minutes long, you should have 200. At least, so more is okay. Like, I played a game of Meepo, like, I think a month ago, actually, but it was a really good example of how to farm. I got, like, 500 something last hits in, like, 30 minutes or less or something like that. It was ridiculous because my team just made so much space for me. And that's really important as a carry, is to be a leader and have your team, like, do what you need. Like, you say, I need space, can you please do that? And hopefully they listen to you. And it makes the game a lot easier. Fight breaks out, last cast, episode 3. I almost get dueled by the Legion, but he hesitated a lot, so I manted, and I blinked away. Rubik does absolutely nothing, Ogre does nothing except bullets me, and I do absolutely nothing except almost die, because I forgot that I can cut down trees. I was considering going back in, but as soon as Phoenix egged, I just ran. Antimage is good at that. He's good at running. Tanger disconnected because he realized how dog shit his build was. So, just like before, can't push, or can't fight, can't defend, so I'll push, force him to come back. Alright. Another thing that you can do if you can't push is to cut the wave, if you can't fight. So here's where they kind of throw. They were like right here, which is a bad place to be. I don't know why they were there, but they got away with it somehow. So I'm back in the base now. I have a little spar with Huskar, but it ends kind of average. I get a kill. I like getting kills, so that's good. How is he so tanky? 15 armor. Alright. So now I run up the mid lane. Although the only problem was the Legion was still alive, and I was probably more scared of Legion than I should have been. But, well, I would have rather been careful with it and had the game last another 5-10 minutes than be too cocky and aggressive and die and throw it. So, I saw my blinds and I just kind of buy it. No. Do I? Here? Could have sworn I did. That was a good sentry, because it would spawn if the Nyx is trying to come around. The only thing that I was kind of confused about was why Legion like hesitated so many times this game. All she has to do is duel me. She doesn't even have to win the duel. She just has to kill me, and then the game is over. Well, it wouldn't have been over because I had buyback, but then I would have used my buyback, and then I die again. I'm dead for a minute 20. So, Excuse me. Ogre gets dueled middle. How many duel wins does Legion have right now? 188 damage. That's pretty decent. I feel like Underlord's a pretty good hero right now because it kind of counteracts the amount of times that Legion's been picked because it's bonus. Oh no, bonus damage isn't reduced, I don't think. Now I'm curious. Nearby enemy units are weakened or losing a portion of their base damage. Oh, okay, so the other way around. Never mind. I take it back. I can admit when I'm wrong. So my Vlad's here just that I space for Butterfly. They get Roche, honestly not a surprise. We could have contested them, but if I don't have Bloodlust, I'm at a disadvantage. Or not Bloodlust. Yeah, it is called Bloodlust. I always get mixed up with that and the other hero's ability. That was kind of a mistake because they knew that I had vision. Somehow, the invisible Nyx. So this is basically the last fight. If we win this fight, we end the game. If they win the fight, they end the game. But I'm really difficult to kill. Evasion and armor. So I basically have all sorts of tankiness. I have evasion, I have lots of armor, and I have damage block. I have like 40 armor, 41 armor. That's really good. So I'm really difficult to kill. Axe kind of blinked in. I could have gone on Huskar with my Abyssal Manta, but then if I get dueled, or no, sorry, not dueled. If I get Torrentino'd, or even just X'd, I can't back when I want to back. Lax cast number 4. Legion runs in. I get jumped on before the blink so that he comes with me, but that was kind of bad for him because it just pulled him closer to our base. So I walk back. I blink out. That was a wasted egg. So our team just backs. I heal myself up quick, and I defend some creeps. Huskar was diving really lot, like way too fucking much. I get a triple kill because I'm good. No, Nyx was really like 0 mana, and I get him. I wanted this rampage so bad. If I not Abyssal, I would have gotten it, but whatever. So this is basically where the game ends. Next spy back. Next spy's back, but it's not really worth much. He can't really defend on his own. Even with the Legion. Ogre Magi's damage over time from his W gets the kill. Now their buybacks are kind of looking kind of scary because their 2 cores bought back. Was Huskar even considered a core anymore? I'm not sure. That was kind of a really ballsy jump, but it was a really good lift by Legion. By Rubik, and Legion dies, and that's basically the end of the game. I opt for a rapier because I can, and I sell the Manta for it because it could have maybe been argued to get rid of my Battle Fury, but I opt for Manta because your illusions don't get bonus damage; they only get damage from agility. I don't know how this Kunko is so tanky. I had a rapier. I have rum, so towers don't do much to me. I Abyssal and Mini dice. He melts. And that's the game, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know. If you want to see more Dota or Dota related videos, also let me know about that. I might be doing some casting soon, especially with Boston Major starting in December. I might do some casting of that. Might do some more replay commentary of ranked gameplays, overthrow, all kinds of stuff. Just let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll make sure to make it happen. I'll put on the scoreboard before I go. GPM, XPM, pretty decent, not amazing, but I thought I did pretty good. I don't think I got dueled like a once the entire game. Anyway, guys, thank you.